Holy cow! That's really all I can say to start this video. I know I just did a video blog update earlier this week, but I wanted to just kind of let you guys know just some mind-blowing, incredible things that have happened. I'm coming to you, this is on Wednesday afternoon, and this morning I had a radio interview with Glenn Beck. Some of you know that 10 years ago I helped start theblaze.com. I was the first writing hire there, and after 5 years moved on, and since then I've just been doing various things in digital media, and I am second, and so it was really kind of surreal to go back to be on the Blaze, where I listened to so many interviews that Glenn did, and now to have to be on the other side of that was pretty surreal. But what an incredible day. When I started that radio interview, we were at almost exactly $2,500 of our $5,000 goal, and by the end, Glenn had vowed to cover that part, the rest of it, and then told his audience to continue donating so that we could give money away. And man, we are at, as I'm writing this, or excuse me, as I'm recording this, let me just double check. We are at almost $8,300. And so not only are we going to be able to cover mine and my wife's expenses to donate and cover any issues that may arise, I think we're also going to then be able to help Ken and his wife, and then give out of the abundance to the American Kidney Fund and the National Kidney Foundation. Thank you so much for donating, but for being part of the story. And I want to continue to encourage you to share. You know, it's not just about raising money, right? I mean, at this point, we're raising money to help others. Our expenses are covered, and I'm so grateful for that. But the idea that this little fundraiser, this little story can become an even bigger story and help others out is more than I could have ever dreamed. I had a chance to talk to Deborah, Ken's wife. I generally talk to her more. She's just the one that's kind of become my contact. I've only texted with Ken, I think maybe once or twice. But he also, you know, dialysis is a tiring process. He goes 3 times a week, and it's about a 4-hour process every time. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that takes a lot out of you. But I had a chance to talk to Deborah this morning and texted with her and kind of told her what was all going on. And they are just so grateful for you and your support. And I'm just so blessed to be a conduit of that support and to show them how many people care about what's going on in their lives, and then what's going on in general when it comes to kidney disease. If you've been following the story, you know that my family was affected by kidney disease long before I decided to become a donor, when my stepdad got a transplant when I was just a young boy. And so I've been on that other side. I know I've said this before, but I've been on that other side. I know what it's like to be a family that's just waiting and praying for a donor and for things to get better. And so, you know, I was thinking earlier today just about this. I was reading a little in my Bible and was praying for the interview that I knew was happening or going to happen. And, you know, it just hit me that the fact that I could be someone's answer to prayer it was very weighty. And I don't say that in a haughty or prideful way, but really in a way that where it hits you and you feel like, oh man, wow. And that's really, you know, I thank God for that, right? God uses imperfect people at the perfect time. And I'm by far the least perfect person, right? I've had my mistakes and whatnot, but the fact that the Lord is using me to answer someone's prayer, Ken's prayer, Deborah's prayer, is humbling. And so thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for praying. Continue to do so. And I can't wait to update you guys some more. I'd like to now maybe share that interview that I had with Glenn this morning. You'll hear a little bit more, and hopefully will help you just really kind of wrap your mind around what's going on and what you are a part of. Love you all. Thanks again so much.
John Seidel is a guy who he's a digital media veteran. He helped start one of the largest news websites in the country now, called The Blaze. He has worked with Chip and Joanna Gaines, Kirk Cameron, NFL Hall of Famers. He's a podcast host, 6,000 stories on websites like I Am Second and FoxNews.com. He is a guy who is concerned with mental health. He's just a good guy. He lives in Texas. Hello, John. How are you?
I'm doing great, Glenn. I have to say it's a little surreal having been with the Blaze for so long and now being on this side of things, but I'm so honored to be here.
Well, I'm thrilled to have you on because you have such a great reputation. Everybody loves you. You're a really good man. But this is kind of above and beyond. The reason why we're having you on is because you are trying to get out to donate your kidney to somebody you've never even met. You don't know him. And how did all of this happen?
Yeah, it is. When you put it like that does make it sound kind of crazy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, about 2 years ago, my dad posted something on Facebook that said he had a friend that was in desperate need of a kidney. And it was a woman that he had known for a while. And they needed someone who was type O blood to sign up to get tested. And it was kind of one of those moments where I saw the post and I didn't really think about it much. There wasn't like this big wrestling there. And, as someone of faith, I just sat there and thought, I should do this. And so without talking to my wife, which I do not recommend doing, I
thought you were smarter than that.
Signed up.
Yeah.
I signed up to be tested. And lo and behold, as we started going through the process, I started making every milestone until one day it kind of all came to a halt when apparently there was someone else being tested in front of me. And I was told that person was a match and they didn't need me. And I thought, okay, like I said, I'm a person of faith. And my prayer kept being, Lord, as long as you keep opening doors, I'm going to keep walking through them. And if you close a door, then you close a door. And this seemed like a very closed door to me, right? Until that recipient, the woman who was going to be my recipient, called me up and said, hey, listen, I heard about through just some of my circles that there's this other man who is really in desperate need of a kidney. He lives in Mississippi. I've never met him, but I've heard of him. Can I pass your information along to him and you could be tested for them? And I said, you know what? Again, Lord, open doors and I'll walk through them. And so... No.
First you said, let me talk to my wife.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly. And so I started getting tested. And, what's so interesting about this, there's a lot of fascinating parts of this, but I'm a young white man, and Ken, who is my recipient, is an older black man. And based on some stuff I've read, that sometimes crossing racial lines when it comes to donation is harder. But as it turns out, I ended up being a match for Ken. And now here we are a year later. He had some health complications where he had to get some amputations based on diabetes, which is contributing to his kidney disease. But here we are a year later. I lost some weight to do this, and now we're staring it in the face next month.
So it is remarkable and a great testimony of who we really are when we allow ourselves to listen to the Spirit and just do the right thing. You are trying to raise $5,000 to make sure that you can get out there if there's any complications. You can stay out there. You don't have to worry about work, the things that are not covered by insurance, and you have to make the trip to New Orleans from out of state as well. So how much have you raised so far? Do you know?
So as of this morning, we were at just over $2,500. So we're basically 50% there. And, we've had just some great generosity from some of the former, colleagues, Glenn, that you and I know have stepped up. It's been great. And so we're 50% there. We need the next 50%.
Okay, so here's the thing. I want to ask the audience to do it because all of the money over this goes to the Kidney Foundation, and they can really use your help. I have a friend right now who is, 5 days away from kidney surgery.
Wow.
You have no idea how hard it is to, get a kidney, what they go through. If you are in need of a kidney, it is a horror show. So I would like to help. I'll cover the additional $2,500. So I'll write a check to you today for the $2,500. But I would like people to go to GoFundMe and continue to donate, so the money can go to somebody else that is struggling with cash to be able to do this and to donate their kidney to somebody. It's fantastic. Fantastic to talk to you again, John.
Glenn, thank you so much. I know the power of your audience. Your audience's audience is good people. They are good people, and I'm just blown away. Thank you so much.
And we can find this at kidneyupdate.com. Also, the GoFundMe is Let's Get Can of Kidney.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I had to name it something, my days working at the Blaze, headlines work.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But if you go to kidneyupdate.com, that's kind of a landing page that'll you can then get to the GoFundMe from there as well and read more.
And if you go to GoFundMe, just Let's Get Can of Kidney. John, it's good to talk to you. And please let us know when you're going so we can pray for you. And when you're back, you got to come back on and tell us how it went.
Absolutely. Thanks. Thank you so much, Glenn.
Bye-bye.
That's great. He's a good dude. That's awesome. That's really
cool.
cool.
I didn't talk to my wife about writing that check. And so am I going to be in trouble? Is this like a chain of getting in trouble with your wife? I think it is.
So John is causing divorces all over America.
All over. Okay.